Hey, happy Canada Day. Chef Des coming at you from my kitchen today, and I'm so excited to be working with Fraser Valley Specialty Poultry to give you a brand new grilling idea that's going to be great for Canada Day and all summer long. In honor of Canada Day, today we're going to be making a brand new recipe called Maple Infused Grilled Teriyaki Duck Skewers. This recipe is using the premium duck breasts from Fraser Valley Specialty Poultry. And I know you're gonna love this recipe. The first thing we wanna do is make the sauce. So we're gonna start off with a few ingredients here. So I have a half a cup of soy sauce and a half cup of maple syrup. To that, we're gonna add a third of a cup of dark brown sugar, 1/4 cup of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, 3 garlic cloves minced. I will just stir that together. Then we're going to take 3/4 of a cup of cold water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we'll just dissolve that together. And then we'll combine that with the other ingredients. Then we're going to take that sauce in a small pot and over medium-high heat, we're just going to bring it to a full boil. So that boiling is really important to activate that cornstarch, and this is going to become a glaze at the end of the grilling process of these duck skewers. While we're waiting for that sauce to boil, I'm going to show you how to prepare the duck breasts. So there's 2 in a package, and what I like to do is just cut them in half lengthwise, and then take that duck breast and cut it into cubes. About 5 cubes per half of duck breast. Some people are scared of cooking duck breast on a barbecue because of the high fat content of the skin. And I'll show you what to do once we get to the grill. But I really love the fatty duck skin because it gets really nice and crisp. So with each duck breast, we're going to skewer those cubes now. And I try and keep the skin on the one side. I don't want to have them rotated like this. Okay, always have the skin on the one side of the skewer. They may move a little bit once you're on the grill, but we're going to try and keep it to the one side. That will help us control the fat as well. All right, there's one. And I'll do the same with the other one. And there's the second one. Okay, we're just starting to come to a boil now. And you want to wait till this comes to a full boil so the whole mixture is boiling. Now we're at a full boil. What I want you to do is just turn it down to medium and let that boil at medium for about 1 minute, and that will infuse the garlic and the ginger into this sauce. And you can see how much thicker it is and how much darker it is too. Then we're going to take that sauce and get it out of the pot, off the heat, and just let it cool for a bit. That's our maple infused teriyaki sauce. This has a chance to cool for a bit, and as it cools, it's gonna get a bit thicker, which is perfect because we're not using this until the very end of the grilling process because of the high sugar content. If we put this on prior to grilling the duck breasts, it will be sure to burn because of that high sugar content. So we're just gonna use it at the very end as a glaze. I'll show you that when we get there. All right, let's head to the grill. One more thing for the duck skewers, we're gonna put a little salt and pepper as well. Don't go heavy on the salt because there's a lot of salt in the soy sauce that we're using in the glaze to finish these. Some pepper. So on a medium to a medium-high flame, I'm using a charcoal grill, but even if you're using a gas grill, you want it a little bit hot. We want to start searing these duck breasts, and then we'll alternate between indirect heat and direct flame as needed, and I'll show you that. So nice and preheated, you should hear it sizzle like that. We're gonna start with the duck meat side down, the skin side up, and we're just gonna close the lid and let that cook for a little bit. You wanna make sure that you keep checking them to make sure that they don't get too charred. So now I'm gonna move them and just put them on their side, and eventually we'll get on the duck skin side. And then close it up again. Having the lid for your grill closed is going to help maintain that heat level of your barbecue and help these duck skewers cook a little bit more even. All right, let's rotate these again. So now I'm going to put the skin side down over the fire. We don't want to leave it on there for too long because we are going to have flare-ups. But for now, we'll get that skin starting to char and crisp up a little bit. This is when you want to be extra careful when you have that skin side down to make sure that you're checking them. You can see that they're starting to flare up now, so we're just going to rotate them again. And the skin is starting to crisp up. It looks great. All right, let's check these one more time. If they start to get a bit too charred, then what I want you to do is move it to the indirect heat side. So right now we're direct over the flame. Like this one here is getting a bit charred, so I'm gonna move it over to where there's no direct heat. But when we close the lid, you're gonna have more of that indirect heat contained on this barbecue. And that will help them cook more evenly. Now that they're getting nicely crisp like that and a slight char on them, I have them just on the indirect side only now. Close the lid and let them cook fully through. All right, let's apply that sauce now as a glaze to finish these up. So again, right now we're over indirect heat, so we don't have any flare-ups from the sauce, and the sauce won't get burnt from that high sugar content. We're gonna glaze these up really nice. Oh, they look beautiful. And then close the lid, 30 seconds to a minute, and then we'll plate those. The great thing about this recipe is that sauce will give you about 2 cups total. So a lot more than you need just for these skewers, but you're gonna love it so much, you're gonna wanna put this on everything on your grill. All right, let's take these off. You see how just that 30 seconds to a minute really helps to cook on that sauce onto those skewers. And we're just gonna take these now, put on a plate of rice. And then just as a finishing touch, we'll just glaze them one more time when they're off the heat. And then just some more green onion on top. Happy grilling and happy Canada Day. Get these locally farmed premium poultry products at fesp.ca and enjoy them delivered straight to your doorstep. You don't have to go anywhere. This is Chef Des signing out. Where are you getting your poultry from?